Good morning, children. Today you are going to learn one of the most important chapters, that is for class 12. It is the second chapter from Flamingo, Lost Spring. This very chapter tells us about the children who have lost the real pleasure of their lives. They have lost the house, they have lost their shelters, they have lost the normal conditions of life. So XII, who is an Indian writer, has described all about it in such a pathetic, realistic and genuine manner that you will try to understand. A spring, it is one of the most beautiful seasons ever come in the year, every year and in every human life. Everyone wants to enjoy the pleasures of life that really happens. But what is this? Where is it lost? How it is recovered? How they have to struggle? How they survive? That we shall know all about it. This is the idea that ran into the mind of XII, and I will tell you all about her, and then I will tell you about the incidents and events that you will know all about it. XII, who was born in 1964 in Rourkela, spent her childhood and adolescence in Hyderabad. She received her education in Hyderabad and in the United States of America. Her parents were both writers. What a miraculous parents she got, whose parents were such educated persons who really gave the world away. XII began her career as a writer in India. She has been an editor and columnist for major newspapers in India and abroad, and has authored several books. These books are so famous. The following is an excerpt from her book titled Lost Spring, Stories of a Stolen Childhood. Here she analyzes the grinding poverty and traditions which condemn the children to a life of exploitation. Here you must understand her books include Unveiling India, Night of the New Moon, Night of the New Moon, Night of the New Moon. Here 7 stories, not 7 sisters. 7 sisters and Breaking the Silence. Really, these are the books that are mind-opening and really tell us about the real stories that happen in our human life, that happens in India. The children who are denied of the opportunity of schooling and are forced to live the life working so hard, really, that is described in this relation. How children have to run away from their natural habitat, natural native land where they lived for years. Why it is their compulsion that you have to understand. You have to understand that what is the meaning of a rupee for such a child who remains hungry without earning money. They will have to starve. You will understand that the children who are rat pickers, they wander in the streets, taking bags on their shoulders, move in the morning, move from one street to another in search of the heaps of the garbage, domestic waste, from where they can find something and sell it. Really, their life is so troublesome. Are they not interested in going to school? Do they not wish? Do they not wish to have good clothes, good dresses, good food, as well as they do not want to go to school? No, really, they want all these things that other children who live a normal life they wish to have it, but they really lack it. This lack is the cursed life of theirs. Why? Because they have not committed any crime, but it is their compulsion. It is their circumstances of life that compels them to do such kind of jobs where the dogs, the stray cattle really roam and they have to fight in the morning. The street dogs bark at them, though they are unafraid. They know without rat picking they cannot survive. They have come from Dhaka. It does not happen only in the Dhaka, but it happens everywhere in the world wherever they become the victims of the natural disasters. Natural disasters are so cruel that the children, the women, men, they have to live a very miserable, sad, disappointed, disseminated life, as well as they feel that they can do nothing, but it is their destiny that has forced them to do it. Whether they lived a very common life, but they are forced because they go to such places where they have no recognition, they have no identification, and hunger knows no identification. It only wants that something must be done in order to achieve food for them, and they do it. Here, I will tell you about this very character who wrote this. Where was he born? Where was he educated? This is the place where she was born. It is Rourkela. Rourkela is one of the most industrial city which was really formed by former Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Really, there is still Authority India Limited, and such plant, iron and steel plant, was really developed there. It was the vision that India should develop, and this was the city. This is the city where she is born. Really, it is one of the most wonderful city where the industrialists do not, those who work here, they live. This is the place where you can see how naturally this very city, Rourkela, was developed, and really it proved a marvelous view, and it adds to the prosperity of the country. After independence, really the dream came true. And here I will tell you about the story of the rat picker Sahib Alam, who is a teenager, who is a child, and this child has to struggle day and night. He meets the narrator Anish Jung, and this Anish Jung is really a wonderful writer who has brought the attention of the people and the readers about the things that really happen in their life. They really move from one place to another. This is their circumstance. This is their condition of life where they have to move from one place to another. So here you will know that where do they live? They live in Simapuri with their family, And this Simapuri is one of the slum regions where they live in thousands. Where have they come? They have come from Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. Really, I will tell you something more in the next video, and you will learn something more in that very video. Thank you, children. Thank you.